Hi everyone, Railman28 here and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Wrestling with Railman28. Ring that bell please. Thank you. Now, EWE My Bloody Valentine. What a match event to begin with. What an event. It was amazing. Now, of course, there were a few wrestlers missing. Of course, there was Kurt Atlas, he was missing. Of course, and Yaya wasn't there because he was in Japan. So, the alternative was Theodore Powers versus Jordan Kane. That was the first match. And of course, Theodore Powers came dancing round the ring. He was on his own, no sign of Stan Powers anywhere. So he was on his own and he got a microphone. Well, actually before he got in the ring, came round to me and we both put our middle fingers up at each other. Well, guess what? I don't mind it anymore. And Theodore, I am definitely gonna ring announce for you next month. And Terence Thatcher, please make arrangements for that, please. I really want to do that. Ring announce for him and Yaya for their match. But also, I would love to be the special guest referee for that match, of course. Now, I'll need some training, of course, how to ref a match. But I'm sure I can come to the rehearsals and you can give me a full rundown on how to do it. Of course. No matter for me, I can do it easily. And Theodore claimed that Yaya ran away to Japan. And I know Yaya was training. Of course, he always trains in Japan. For JPW. Of course. That is fantastic how he does it. And Yaya always comes back stronger than ever. And Theodore just said, please come home. I'll end your misery as champion and I'll become the new EWE light heavyweight champion. Well, in Theodore's dreams, that's for sure. And of course, my friend Anna was there and Ricardo Borg. But let's get into the match, shall we? Jordan Kane came out, and I must admit, I had to give him a high five, even though he received double payment from Lewis Basham. But, of course, he fought well in the match against Theodore Powers. I have to give him that. He was really, really good, Jordan Kane. So, big shout out to him. And Jordan, I forgive you. He has earned my forgiveness and respect, of course, for fighting Theodore Powers, just to shut him up. Just to shut up Theodore, that's for sure. That's what we all want, actually. Don't want him talking in the ring all the time. Well, I could talk to him, of course. A war of words. That would be fantastic. Me versus Theodore Powers. Terry the Steam Train versus Theodore Powers in a war of words. That's good. I'd love to do that with him. Well, that'll be another time, I suppose. But being a special guest referee for his match, yes. I'm all for that. So I like Terence Thatcher to say, please welcome your special guest referee, Terry the Steam Train. That's what I like to hear Terence Thatcher say. Fantastic. Yeah. So the match got underway to start with. Brilliant match. Yeah. Jordan Kane proved to be a force to be reckoned with Theodore Powers. Literally, he was. Giving him, wow. Whoa. Almost giving him the KOD. That was Bianca Belair's move. In WWE, of course. I'm guessing he learnt that from Bianca Belair. Of course, big shout out to her for probably teaching him that. That was good. He'll probably end up in WWE next. You watch. I can see Jordan Kane ending up in NXT, possibility. And of course, I would like to recommend some WWE superstars come over to EWE to face some of our guys. That would be fantastic if they did that. For beginners, for the indies, yeah, top dollar. No worries at all about that. And of course, Jordan Kane kept getting his legs broken, kept getting his legs being slammed into the ring post. Theodore, he's more than capable of doing that, no doubt. And he'll probably end up doing that to Yaya. So Yaya, watch out for that. I'll probably end up disqualifying Theodore for that, no doubt. But who knows what that match will get up to. We'll have to wait and see. But I would recommend it being a wet floor sign match. Of course. And Theodore would be good at that. No doubt he would. But he picked up the win, Theodore, against Jordan Kane to make a statement. And he does good ASMR, I'll give him that. And of course, if he wants to earn my forgiveness, he'll have to face Theodore. Theodore will have to face Yaya for that championship. But I've got a funny feeling, yeah, Yaya would pick up the win. But who knows? Who knows what will that mean for EWE Insurgents? That's the next event, guys. Don't forget to visit designmynight.com to go and purchase tickets for that on March 30th. But also March the 9th is EWE and BHW at the Station Pub in Stoneleigh. So pick up your tickets for that. Of course, I'm promoting EWE as I go along on my podcast. So Theodore Powers won against Jordan Kane. Jordan Kane has earned my respect and earned my forgiveness for taking double money from Lewis Basham. I'm sure Jordan will come up to Basham and face him. Probably beat him as well. It's time that Lewis Basham goes on a losing streak. Yep, a losing streak. But more on that in a minute. The next match we had was Ricardo Borg versus Jimmy Swift. The anti-human Ricardo Borg versus Jimmy Swift. That's why Anna was there and Ricardo was there as well, so good to see them there. Brilliant match. Literally, Jimmy Swift, aka, well, nickname Spider-Man, of course, I always call him that. So Jimmy Swift, big shout out to you, mate. You did well in that match against Ricardo. And yeah, the match was pretty good with Jimmy high-flying maneuvers against Ricardo, but the anti-human was proved too much of a force to be reckoned with. He was so brutal towards Jimmy, it nearly hurt him, nearly split him in half. And Jimmy could barely keep up with him. And I hope one day he'll get a rematch against Ricardo. And now Ricardo Borg is destined to win a heavyweight title bout, no doubt. He is in the heavyweight category now, so he will most definitely go up against Arcadius. He'll be the next championship that Ricardo goes up against. Ricardo versus Arcadius. That'll be a perfect match. I'd love to see that. Most definitely. If Arcadius could beat Ricardo at the Station, he can most definitely try and beat him again at the Bedford. Let's hope that happens. And no doubt Lewis Basham will find a way to make that happen. No doubt he would. But anyway, Ricardo Borg picked up the win by pinfall. And Jimmy Swift did well. That Spider-Man was really good. He was really good, so well done, Jimmy. Pat on the back for you, and hope you get to wrestle for a championship. I hope you do. So yeah, keep an eye out for him. He'll be in the ring more often. Hopefully next month in March he'll be in the ring as well. I would love to see that. Yep. So what else have we got today then? What else have we got? I know. Yep. I think I know what the next match is. After that match was the tag team match with Project Mayhem and, of course, the team of Alexander Roth and, of course, Big Wavy Roy Johnson. Oh, I forgot their team name now, but it's quite a mouthful, but I'm okay with that. But yeah, let's get that match. That match went underway. It was for the EWE Tag Team Championships. Jacob Sullivan and Devious Danny hugged it out with Alexander Roth, with Roth telling them, "Remember what I taught you." And then the match got underway. And oh dear, that was so brutal. Literally a brutal match. I mean, they were testing each other to make sure they were strong enough and took very severe hits. And Jacob took a severe hit to the face when he landed on the ground. And Liam or Leapfrog came over to see if he was alright, and he was okay. He was moving, which is good. I hope, Jacob, you are okay. So, Jacob, good on you, mate. You did well with Danny. Whether you win or whether you lose, you still run that bitch. Yes. Project Mayhem picked up the win. A brutal win, that's for sure. And Alexander Roth and Wavy Roy Johnson can't believe it that those two deserve more respect than ever before. Yep. Devious Danny and Jacob Sullivan, they're a strong tag team. At first they couldn't stand each other like Jerry the King Lawler and the other I don't know what other guy Jerry teamed up with, but yeah, it was a similar storyline to that. And that will most definitely be remembered for all times. And I'll remember that. I'll never forget that match. A great tag team match. I enjoyed it very much. And next, we had two former friends, now enemies. Cuban Heat versus Fabiano Romano. Oh yeah, that was a fantastic match. I enjoyed that as well. Most definitely a grand match to remember. And Cuban Heat, at first he was being beaten up by Fabiano Romano. Fabian started to taunt him, tell him he was nothing, but then Cuban Heat just got angry enough and then just started smacking him around, smacking the guy around. Fabian just could not believe it. Then Cuban Heat picked up the win. 1, 2, 3, done. Boom. That was the match. Oh, that was brilliant. I enjoyed that one as well. Good match. Brilliant match. I hope another match like that happens someday. And I can see Jay Morgan and Fentos. Yeah, Jay Morgan and Fentos will turn on each other eventually. They're friends, and then soon they'll become enemies too. And no doubt Basham will have the only entourage friend in his corner, and that would be, yes, you guessed it, Fentos. And no doubt he'll push Jay Morgan away. And Jay Morgan will probably need a tag partner after that one. And if I enter EWE eventually, I'll be Jay's tag partner. And eventually we'll be high-fiving everyone, no doubt. Yep. And I'll help Jay Morgan along the way. I'll help Jay. Yeah. If we have a match next month, well, if that time comes and Jay Morgan picks a member of the audience to wrestle in the ring, I will go in and wrestle with him. Shake his hand at the end. Done. Simple. So, after that match, next we had Damien versus Getski, of course. Getski tried his best to beat up Damien, but Damien, the sexy demon, the king of hell, He was too strong for Getsuki. Getsuki could not believe it. He was injured after all of that. On the back of his neck. He had to be carried out of the area. He had to be carried out of the ring, carried through the curtains. Oh, yeah. Yep. That was a brutal match, of course. I enjoyed that. Well done, Damien, the sexy demon. Yep, see you again soon, mate. Big shout out to you. Next match was the main event. Of course, yeah, the main event. It was the Law Lewis Basham, Dirty Law Lewis Basham actually. He was the heavyweight champion against the War Beast Arcadius. So yeah, and soon as that bell rang, Arcadius was all over Basham. Basham, he tried his best to beat Arcadius, but it was no good. Arcadius did more punches and more kicks than ever before. I enjoyed that. And of course, they came to my side of the ring. I was hoping Arcadius might offer the audience a chance to chop Basham, but no, that wasn't going to happen, of course. Anyway, I didn't even need to be involved. I didn't even need to be involved in the match. No, Arcadius had it slam dunk. And Basham was like, that's what he was doing. Puffing, huffing and puffing like a steam engine. That's what he was doing. It's like he was out of puff. Looks like Basham must have smoked too much cigarettes, and that's probably what he did. And I said to Basham, you're not the only one who has Weetabix, mate. I'm sure Arcadius had plenty of them for breakfast. And that was my favourite match, of course, the main event. And of course, Basham tried everything to put Arcadius down, but nothing worked. He even tried to smash Arcadius against the ring post, but Arcadius ducked and bang! Oh dear, Basham hit his hand. That must have hurt. And of course, Arcadius hit him against the ring post. And Arcadius, yeah, he was the strongest. Then Basham. Basham was not having his night whatsoever. It wasn't his night. Even in the EWE polls on Facebook, that everyone said, oh, Basham's going to win this, but actually they were wrong. Yeah, whoever did that must have been the villains voting for Basham to win, but Arcadius picked up the win very much. Yeah, Arcadius got in the ring. Basham was done for, and Basham couldn't F5 him. Well, actually, he did F5 Arcadius, but Arcadius kicked out of that one. Then Basham tried to give him the full Nelson Slam, but that was no good. Arcadius kicked out. Well, Arcadius broke out of that one, countered it, and then boom, hit Basham with his finishing move. And 1, 2, 3, done. Well done, Arcadius. Your new EWE Heavyweight Champion of the World, the War Beast, Arcadius. Yeah, I enjoyed that very much. And I'm glad Arcadius is the king again. He's back on top. The king of EWE, the king of the Bedford once again. Yep, that is that. Oh, I wonder what Basham will be thinking now. So, Basham, what's wrong now? You out of ideas? Or you're just gonna leave the championship as it is and run EWE like you're supposed to, the proper way, and not let anything compromise that? I'm guessing Charlie Biggs will have a lot to say next month at EWE Insurgents. And I hope Charlie Biggs comes into the ring that evening and address Lewis Basham. And no doubt Basham's commissionership is coming up soon, and no doubt the commissionership will not be renewed and Basham will go back to being a competitor and a new commissioner will come in. And I would suggest giving that commissionership back to Buff Broadside. Buff needs to come back, become commissioner. Or better yet, I might become commissioner. I would happily take EWE to new levels of heights and unite, generate opportunities with that. That would be fantastic. Yeah, I would enjoy that very much. Not only tonight, guys, I'll put in EWE My Bloody Valentine. So big shout out to EWE at the Bedford in Balham for a grand night. Now we come to WWE for next Saturday, the next weekend. WWE Elimination Chamber. Now, last week's SmackDown was, well, what can I say? It was shocking. The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, big shout out to him. Well, good evening to you, of course, sir. Now, Dwayne came out, in the end he did come out and address the crowd and WWE before the main event, of course, which was Braun Strowman, the monster among men, the big SOB, against Jacob Fatu and, of course, Solo Sikoa. And Damian Priest was tagging with Braun Strowman. I'd love that. It was a grand match. And Solo Sikoa got accidentally kicked by Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu is, well, what can I say? He's pure Samoan. He's the Samoan werewolf, of course. And no doubt there's going to be a match at WrestleMania between Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. That will happen. That's definitely going to happen. Most definitely. And of course, we got at WrestleMania, Elimination Chamber, we've got the Women's Elimination Chamber match. It's Alexa Bliss, and you've got Liv Morgan. Then we got who else is there? Who else? Come on, Terry. You know who's in the Elimination Chamber match. Roxanne Perez. Yep, Roxanne Perez. Bayley. Naomi. Yep. They're in the Elimination Chamber match. And know that it's going to be one hell of a match at Elimination Chamber. For the men's Elimination Chamber match, you got the one and only 16-time heavyweight champion, John Cena, who is destined to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. He deserves it. And of course, we got Seth freaking Rollins, who's in the match. CM Punk. Damian Priest, who's in the match as well. And who else is in the Elimination Chamber match? Well, what can I say? It's going to be a fantastic show, Elimination Chamber. I'm looking forward to that. I'll probably end up watching that, no doubt, eventually. Right, WWE Elimination Chamber 2025. Right. So, yeah, we got who is in the match? Alright, here we go. The matches. We've got John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, Seth freaking Rollins in the men's Elimination Chamber match. And yes, we got Liv Morgan versus Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss versus Bayley versus Naomi versus Roxanne Perez. So yeah, that's going to be a good match in the Elimination Chamber match. And of course we got a tag team match, Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Then we got the unsanctioned match, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. Yeah, it's going to be a big match for Elimination Chamber, guys. So look out for WWE for that one. So my predictions for Elimination Chamber would be John Cena winning that match. Of course, yeah, I know he'll win that match and go on to WrestleMania to face Cody Rhodes. And of course, who knows? Roman Reigns might show up and cost Seth Rollins the match. And I can see a whole range of WrestleMania matches. And no doubt WrestleMania, I hope, will go on for 2 nights. Yep, I can see that happening. And for the Women's Elimination Chamber match, who I think is going to win, I think, I say Bayley should win the Elimination Chamber match. But yeah, I say Bayley. Bayley should win that. Yeah, most definitely. Or maybe Alexa Bliss. She might win that match. And that'll be interesting. Her versus Rhea Ripley. Bianca Belair or Naomi could be either one of them. But Liv Morgan I pretty much doubt. Yeah. So, and also for the Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn match, it has to be Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn's going to win that one. For match number 3, Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae, it's going to be Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton winning that match against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Nia Jax, in my view, should give up trying to win back the WWE Women's Championship. Because obviously I know what's going on. And Nia Jax just wants to win back that championship so she can take on Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Oh, we've seen that over and over and over again. So please, Nia Jax, give up, will you? I hope you lose this match. And I know Candice LeRae cannot be trusted. She will backstab you in this match. And oh dear, you won't have anyone to do your dirty work anymore, Nia. You'll be on your own. And I can tell you want to face Alexa Bliss for your rematch. A WrestleMania rematch at WrestleMania? I can see that happening. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. So Paul Levesque, Triple H, make it official. It should be Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania for their WrestleMania rematch. That will be fantastic. A full circle. What a way to bring it round after so many years. We've seen Charlotte Flair beat Nia Jax before. That probably should remain as that. No doubt. Please allow the win for Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton. They deserve to win. And no doubt, Trish Stratus will want to take on Tiffany Stratton for that championship. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, big shout out to WWE, EWE, WAW, Saraya, Zack Zodiac, and everyone in wrestling industries. So, yeah, thanks for listening to Wrestling with Railman28 podcast, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. I did. Yeah, I did as well. And I'm hoping for the next EWE event on the 30th of March, I would love to be in the ring with Yaya and Theodore Powers, maybe as a special guest referee and a special guest ring announcer. What a way to do that for Insurgents, eh? And of course, yeah, I'm doing it for Stan Powers, Theodore Powers' dad. Oh yeah, I would definitely do it for both of them. Literally. Because I need to have an involvement in this match somehow, in this story. I like to have an involvement in the story because Theodore Powers is, well, yeah, I had a beef with him as well. But to be honest, I did thought of him for this month. I thought of him for My Bloody Valentine. I wanted him to wrestle that night. Yes, I did. I wanted to ring announce for both of them, but obviously I never got that chance. But now, well, at least we don't have to hear He Resides from Your Mother's Bed again. I might end up saying that when I'm ring announcing him, that's for sure. And of course, Stan, please do not be there. It's Theodore's fight. He needs to probably do this on his own. And I wouldn't mind if it was a wet floor sign match. I wouldn't mind that at all. Yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah, very cool indeed. So yeah, thanks for listening to Wrestling with Railman28. Ring the bell, please. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening, guys. There'll be more railway content for you very soon, and there will be an update on the Flying Scotsman train, well, the Pullman train on Train Sim that I'm doing at the moment. It won't be a rail tour to Chichester. No. It'll probably be just a rail tour to Salisbury. If I can get the Just Trains South Western Main Line, the Wessex Main Line, I'd love to get that so I could do the trip possibly to Salisbury. That'll be a good run. And maybe next time I'll do the run to Bristol Temple Meads with Flying Scotsman. That'll be a perfect run. Yeah, I would love to do that run as well. Yeah, it'll be a good run. So, thanks for listening, guys. Well, more railway content for you very soon. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe to this channel. And look out for more wrestling content that will come out very soon. See you again soon, guys. Good night.